As promised, I'm going to give you an updated review on our 8 Sleep Pod mattress. We've had it for about a month now, and this is where we're at with pros and cons. So initially, my biggest concern was the hardness of the bed. I thought it was a little bit too hard, and you could kind of feel the grid part of the mattress that has the heating and cooling elements as well as records your sleep data. So that was the biggest concern because you could not put a mattress topper on it. And after a month, I have definitely decided I do not like hard mattresses. So we did contact 8 Sleep, and they suggested that we unzip the bottom zipper at the bottom of the mattress, and that would allow the mattress to kind of expand and give it a little bit more softness, which we actually did find helped. But I think in terms of me sleeping, I really like to have a soft mattress, medium to soft. So just in that aspect, I have found it very hard to stay asleep at night because I do feel that hardness in the mattress. Secondly, when it comes to the heating and cooling, me and Sean have both found that we like the bed to be warm when we get into it. I was starting off at like a 3 or 4, and I've actually worked up to the 6, which is great. It's very mellow. But then I bumped it up to 7, and that's pretty hot. Like, it's a huge difference. Outside of that, I haven't used any of the cooling. So last night when I did bump it up to 7, I found in the middle of the night I wanted to turn off the heat. And so I just put it down to a -1, which is the lowest cooling feature you can have. And I just found that I was freezing cold and that my body couldn't figure out a way to get the bed warm underneath the sheets. So I almost have never used any of the cooling feature. The most recent issue that I'm running into is that our pod is not staying connected to Wi-Fi. So over the last week, it's consistently been offline. And a couple of days ago, I tried to get into bed and it wasn't warm. So it took me about 30 to 45 minutes messing with it, trying to get it reconnected. And finally, I just got into bed and went to sleep because I was tired of messing with it. So over the last week, we almost have no sleep data recorded because the pod continually goes offline. The last aspect that I do want to go over is the actual heating and cooling and how the data all correlates. So like I mentioned in our previous videos when I first got it, there's 3 stages that you set the temperatures that you like to sleep through. So for instance, stage 1, I put it on warm. Stage 2 and stage 3, I have it on nothing, just a neutral bed. So what I don't like is, as of right now, it doesn't adjust on its own. So it doesn't take the data that it's recorded and then use that to adjust the temperature to keep you asleep. And that was kind of what we thought the bed would do in order. So if at the middle of the night at a certain point we started to get hot, we would hope that the bed would feel our body temperature rising and then cool the bed. And then once we got back to that level, it would go back to a neutral. But it does not do that. So my overall rating with all of that being said would still probably be a 7. There's room for improvement in the areas of offering a softer mattress. Secondly, adjusting the temperature throughout the night that would allow you to stay at a comfortable level versus setting 3 temperatures beforehand. And then 3, just the Wi-Fi connectivity to ensure that the sleep data is actually recording. So I hope you guys liked my review. If you have any questions, I will hop back on later. Maybe.